Hi everybody, welcome to today's Instagram Live. We're going to wait a couple minutes for Tommaso, our head of production in Italy, to join us. We are going to be talking today about the combing process. We're going to be talking about what makes Made in Italy all that amazing. Hello, Batuhan, I'm sorry for not pronouncing your thing. Hi, friend, as well. Hi, Piper Azaleas. I see Tommaso is there. I'm just waiting for him to request to join the live, and we will accept it. We will bring him right on, and we're going to get started to talk about all things made in Italy. I'm very excited for this live. I'm Italian-American, and so I whipped out my Pescara Italy sweatshirt in honor of today's live. And we have Calabria, my other half of my Italian heritage, in the background as well. So, very on brand for today's Instagram. Just waiting for the proper request. In the interim, I'm just wanting to say, as always, this Instagram Live will be available on our YouTube channel and on our Instagram television after the fact in about 24 hours, and this will live for 24 hours on Instagram. I'm going to just make a quick text message to make sure everything is okay with Tommaso. Hi, Bayana. Bayana's on this live. You recognize her from our signature campaign that came out at the end of 2019. Absolutely stunning in our signature scarf. She looked amazing. Hi, Bayana. I hope you're staying safe in everything that's going on right now. Let me just... Oh, and view. Join us now. Yes, Ariana, Amity is love. Hello, Organica.
Hello.
Ciao, Tommaso.
Ciao, Is. How are you? Fine, thanks. You?
I'm good. Everything's good in Italy today?
Yes, everything is good. Today is sunny, so we are lucky.
Yes, and the last time we spoke, it was sunny in Paris and raining where you are, and now outside my window it is downpouring. I really hope during this nobody will hear any of that. So everything is good in Italy. You guys are about to end the lockdown next week, right?
Yes. Fortunately, quarantine is more or less at the end because we started, as you know, in mid of March. So it's more or less 1 month and a half that we are at home. We cannot go outside, only to go to the supermarket or for healthy reason. It's a reason of emergency. So fortunately, we see the end of this terrible adventure. Beginning next week, the office will reopen. Most of the textile companies here in Italy will be restarted. They will reopen. So we hope to go back to the normality, if we can call.
It'll be a new normal for everybody.
No, exactly.
But it's good to start getting back into a new routine. As we know, we're talking about Made in Italy today, our Amity Pepe production process and our sustainability efforts and how that works. Just to introduce you to everybody. This is Tommaso, our head of production. Can you tell us a little about yourself? Where you're from, about Northern Italy, etc.?
Absolutely. Hello, my name is Tommaso. I'm the head of production and processing of Amédée Paris. I joined Amédée 2 years ago. I follow all the production steps from the purchase of the raw material to the final product.
Okay. All right, so that's amazing. You've been with Amity right from the beginning. You've seen it grow into what it is today. As you know, and as I know, AmiD is really focused on blockchain traceability to show our customers every single step of the production process for complete transparency. And most of our production does take place in Italy, where you are. You oversee all of that.
Yes.
And that allows us to give our products that made in Italy stamp that is envied across the world. There's a certain, a respect that comes with that made in Italy stamp. So can you kind of explain to our audience what makes Made in Italy so special?
Absolutely. Yes, when we spoke about fashion, Italy is one of the most important country in this sector. Made in Italy is really appreciated all over the world. And in Italy, each area has its strength, know-how, and experience. AmiD products are mainly 100% wool or wool and silk blended. So when we speak about wool, Biella is one of the most important cities in Italy, when a lot of very important textile companies are based. So for this reason, we decided to do a lot of steps in this area, as Como, because when we speak about wool, it comes to my mind Biella, and when we speak about silk or printing process, Como is really one of the best cities in Italy. So after the production of the yarn, of the fabric, we deliver our fabric to Como, where it is printed and finishing, make the packaging, so ready to be delivered to the final client.
That's amazing. So as we know, every region of Italy has different specialties, and for AmiD, since we use those wool products, we do it in Biella and in Como. It's correct that we developed a special process for printing on wool because originally the places in northern Italy are known for printing on silk, and obviously it's a different process. So obviously that means that we have to develop a new process and combing all of the wool into that. So can you explain to the audience, our viewers, everyone who's on this live, what the combing process is like, what it takes from when the wool arrives from around the world and before and into becoming the product?
Yes, because behind our products, our scarves, there is a lot of works, because we start really from the beginning. We start from the raw material. We buy the wool, the greasy wool directly from the farmers in Tasmania, New Zealand, Australia. This is thanks to Chargeur Wool Sales Europe, that is in directly contact with them. Here in the farm, the sheeps are shorn once or twice a year. After this process, the grease material, the wool, go directly to Chargeur combing mill, where there are places 3 steps: the washing, the carding, and the combing. The washing is the first process, where we wash the grease material. After that, it comes into a card, the carding process, where we remove the impurity, the vegetal matters, and the fibers become parallel, in order to go in the combing process, where we will obtain the wool tops that it will be spinning. And this is the process from the fiber where we obtain the yarn. In the yarn, the wool fiber are twisted from themselves in order to obtain the yarn. Our count is 160. That means that in 1 kilo there are 60 kilometers of fibers of yarn. So it is quite fine.
So that's what makes, when it gets to that point, that's what makes the wool so soft, which typically for when people think of wool, they think of itchy sweaters versus when you touch an Amity product, it is probably the softest thing, at least that I've ever touched. You don't even think that it's wool. People, have mistaken it for cashmere even.
Absolutely, because when we speak about wool, there is a word. It comes from 12 microns to 30 microns, so it's different quality. For example, our wool is between 14.5 and 16 microns, so it's a very fine quality that we are quite similar to the cashmere final quality, yes.
But with all the extra sustainable measures that come with using merino wool. So to segue to talk about that, can you kind of explain what all the sustainability practices that we put into place during this production process?
Yes. Chargeur wool, like Hamede, is a start for sustainability process because our wool is Nativa certified, but I don't want to dwell on this point because I know that will be another Instagram live with Maria Estrada that she will explain better than me all the situation.
Yes, next Monday we'll be just talking with Maria Estrada in Uruguay about Nativa precious fiber.
Yes.
Anyway, carry on, continue.
Nativa is a protocol with certified that all the animal welfare, the workers, all the process are using green energy, and the quality of the material, the environmental responsibility, all our suppliers work respecting the planet, using this kind of processing. This is very, very important for us because this is the future. Okay. So, yes, it's the way of thinking of Hamé de Paris. Like the traceability of our products. As you know, in September, we will have a QR code on our products, our scarves, where you can check really all the story from the beginning to the final.
From the beginning to the end, from sheep to shop, as we like to say.
Exactly.
So to better explain that, I think we've mentioned it in previous lives as well. Right now on our signature product, but by September, like Tommaso just said, on all of our Amity products, there will be a QR code attached right next to the Amity Paris tag that directly from your phone, you'll be able to scan and see the entire process that we have described today, going again from that greasy wool right through the combing process in Italy, right down to where that product is getting shipped to your door. For those of you that people don't know, greasy wool, that's just what like the wool is right when it's shorn from the sheep, right? It's nothing fancy. It's not actually greasy. It's just the wool before it's been washed, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And from everything else that we've talked about, is there anything else that you want our audience to know, be aware of that's super important, or have we covered everything? Have we?
Sorry?
Have we covered everything, or was there anything else that you wanted?
No, for me, if our audience have any question, or for me,
I have been seeing, we've gotten a lot of waves and hellos, but no questions. I think you've answered our questions pretty well, and it's been super great to have you to talk and explain the whole process.
Thank you.
I know production and all of that isn't necessarily the most exciting thing to talk about, but it's definitely important to uphold those values of transparency and traceability and keeping all of that important. We got a grazie. I think a misspelled grazie, but we got a grazie. So thank you so much, Tommaso, for coming on live with us and explaining everything. Excited to have you get back to work on Monday in the office and not from home. And we got an excellent Tommaso. Thank you directly from Nativa.
Discovered Nativa.
So again, everybody, we will be saving this live in our stories for the next 24 hours, and we'll be posting it on our IG live replay as well as on our YouTube channel within the next day. So thank you so much. Grazie mille, Tommaso. Grazie everybody for tuning in with us, and we will see you on our next live. Ciao.
Absolutely. Ciao, ciao.